I should be. Live.
How's it going, everyone?
I don't know if you know this is Paul Daniel here.
Nice to meet everyone there.
My younger brother, you may have seen him. He was in Paul's Planet, which, if you're not familiar with Paul's Planet, you should definitely do a quick Google search.
Very educational.
For that.
You learn a lot.
A big part of what I do here is education in general. Paul's nice because he takes it to the next level.
Yes.
Paul's Planet.
I do a lot of research on facts that typical adventurists or animal connoisseurs, they don't really consider. So,
what up, Supernaut? Speaking of research, the reason we're here tonight is because we've been researching new releases by various bands over the last couple months.
There's been a lot of good music that's come out lately.
A lot of good music, a lot of crappy music too, a lot of awful music.
A lot of letdowns from big artists and everything.
100%.
But overall, a good addition to the musical world.
Catalog musical world.
Yeah.
We're actually live in Washington,
Yeah.
D.C., the nation's capital.
Yeah.
What better place than the birthplace of freedom to talk about
music?
New music, you know?
Yes.
Music plays a pivotal role.
What we've learned today at the museum in Washington, D.C. is like how music has been influential on world events.
That's true.
Like the huge concert benefits in Africa, like refugees and everything.
Live Aid.
Live Aid, yeah.
Farm Aid.
I never heard of Farm Aid until today.
Didn't know about Farm Aid. Willie Nelson, Russian Farm Aid.
Yeah.
Also, he's like, there's one benefit concert that was going on. I watched 2 of your videos too. Hey, cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining, everybody. Yeah, so there was a video that came on with this guitar player, and he's like, "Who's this guy? I've never heard of this guy."
Oh, come on.
It's George Harrison of the Beatles.
I'm like, George Harrison.
I'm like my brother,
familiar.
my own brother. Yeah, who's George Harrison?
Like, is he in like a band?
Yeah,
or
that's
something?
they said. Was he in a band? Was George Harrison in a band?
Or is he a solo dude?
Yeah, George Harrison's a band. So also too, I'm not sure. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling pretty good?
Well, about what? About that comment?
I mean,
or just in general.
Just in general.
Oh, I feel fine.
You ate a lot of meat today.
Oh yeah, went to the barbecue, the like world barbecue competition.
It's like a world barbecue competition. It's on like Pennsylvania Avenue, leading up to the Capitol building.
And
what, half mile of just meats?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like you're. Vegan,
I'm
right?
vegan.
So,
I don't even eat meat, so
I had him stick in line, and so I would like double up every single time.
Doubling everything. So he is all hopped up on meats right now.
I feel great.
Yeah, Luke had a lot of meat too. That's cool.
Good.
Good job, Luke. What better time to talk about new music than just being super hopped up on meats?
Yep.
And wine, and a cold brew, right? Say hi to the orange one. Villains, Queens of Stone Age. What a great place to start off.
There we
go. About Queens of Stone Age. New music. It's all about new music today.
Yes. So, was it last week, right?
Yeah,
Queens of Stone Age had like a album release video, which is pretty hilarious. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, they have Tommy hooked up to like a lie detector test.
It was hilarious. It was fantastic. And they basically came out saying they're coming out with a new album, I believe mid-August, like August 15th. I could be wrong
something like that.
And
Mark Ronson produced.
Yep.
If you don't know Mark Ronson, he's in a lot of stuff with like Bruno Mars, Amy Winehouse.
Right.
A lot of pop acts, which I think kind of concerned a lot of Queens of Stone Age fans. New single came out, Like You Used to Do.
Yep.
Paul, what are your thoughts on the new single?
So, I don't like listening to... Queen of Stone Age is definitely one of my favorite bands of all time. And I don't want to get too much into it, so I'm going to listen to it twice. So first time I listened to it, it's like, alright, I dig it. Second time, it grew on me a lot. And so... I'm not totally sold on Ronson. I know he has a great background, awesome experience, but I mean, I'm stoked. I'm excited.
Just as long as there's no horns. Ronson is known for like adding horns to the region. I'm not a big fan of horns.
Yeah.
In any type of music.
Yeah, it does.
I remember I had this one client like 5 years ago. He wanted to do this like acoustic EP. So I like composed and arranged a beautiful acoustic music for him. It sounded really good. And he's like, you know what we should do? We should add a bunch of MIDI horns to it. And I'm like, wait, what? And he was like adamant. I'm like, I don't really know any horn players. He's like, no, I want the sound of generic MIDI horns. I swear to God. And I was like this? And I pull up like keyboard patch and added some really crappy horns. And he was like, it's perfect. Finally it's perfect. It was awful.
Horns blow. more ways than one.
That's pretty good, bro. Man, it's those meats. It's the
meats,
meats talking right now.
Yep, I'm on a meat high.
Oh man.
Oh, I saw Foo Fighters right there. I think
Yeah,
they're
Foo
coming out with a
Fighters.
new album, right?
Yeah,
I don't think they came out with like a single or anything, did
I
they?
think they did. Yeah, they had a
Really?
music video with like they're all dressed up as like old people,
Oh, really? I haven't
like
seen
a
that
retirement
one.
home. Yeah. Have a listen to Chan. Yeah. So here's the thing that sucks. I think tonight Chan is in Tampa, right by where I usually am, with Little Tybee, another band who I love, in Ybor City. Those two were playing back to back. I totally would have gone to that show, but I had to come see my sister, go to the Meat Festival.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love Chan. Anyways, I'm also a huge Queens of Stone Age fan. New Queens song is great. I'm a fan of it. I know a lot of like the hardcore fans were kind of pissed off because it's like dance.
It's too early to tell, you know.
Too early to tell.
It's just one song,
Mhm.
and plus they had like that on the release video. They had like they play like a song on their phone, and like it just rocked. And this is like
Rock
phone
very hard.
quality,
Phone,
and it
yeah,
sounded
for
so
sure.
cool. I can't wait for that song. I don't
Mhm.
know what it is, but they give you like a little teaser of it. But yeah, Queens will come through.
Queen's good. But now, the real reason for this video, and the band I desperately need all of you to check out,
Yeah.
which I've heard of this band before, but not until yesterday
Yep.
did I hear their new album. I'm talking about
King Gizzard and
the Lizard Wizard. That's right, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
So-
you might think this is just stupid. Oh, stupid band name, you know, novelty, whatever.
I thought it was totally done. I never heard of them.
Yeah.
And every Friday, Spotify releases new music, and that's how I found out about them. And I saw, you know, I was going through the list and everything. I see King Gizzard and a Lizard Wizard. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna listen to this. You know, what a stupid name. And then I mentally pictured a Lizard Wizard in my mind, and it made me laugh.
Then it
and
happens,
then I
right?
listened, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, what is
And I think you told me your blood pressure started to rise.
Yeah, my blood pressure was rising, and I was, you know, at work, and I actually had to stop. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet. But,
3-chapter
Yeah.
rock opera, prog rock, just insanity. It's like the track names are less than creative, but it's about an altered beast
Yep.
altering me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, uh-huh.
So it's like the beast, it's like the story about a beast whose like DNA like takes over like the nucleus of like your very being, and then you turn into an altered beast.
And had like this one like crazy lady like chanting music through every
Oh
track.
my gosh, it's awesome.
And
It's kind of like Unknown Mortal Orchestra meets Tool, is kind of how
I sense a lot of Tool in there.
Mm-hmm. So please check out King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if that's an unfortunate band name or if it's an awesome band name.
It's unique.
It's unique, for sure. Someone just said we should do some Hansi Fuko advertisements.
Mm.
You know, I've still not heard back from Hansi Fuko in a while. Check out album on Spotify, the heavy metal band from Ohio, not the pop band from Mexico. Really? You know, I don't really associate Ohio with heavy metal.
Black Keys.
Like are from Ohio?
They are, yeah. Black Keys are from Ohio, and I mean, I would say they're heavy, but they do have some heavy songs. I mean, they're more like classic rock vibe. Speaking of Black Keys, Dan Auerbach came out with a new album, right?
I was like, yeah. We're qualifying new music as like the last 2 months.
Yeah,
I think.
and I think it's his second solo album, and his first one had some good tracks. I was impressed, and the second one was kind of like a bad vibe. Like, well, not like a bad vibe, but it was just completely different.
Totally different. It's almost
Auerbach's-
like Americana music.
I listened to like the first half, and like
Yeah.
it set the tone, and I was just done. Like, I
Yeah,
can't do
not
it.
a huge
And
fan.
I love Black Keys. They're one of my top 10 favorite artists for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like Auerbach a lot. I couldn't
yeah,
really
totally.
get into the new.
No, not worth checking.
It's not
out.
my vibe. But if you want something from that is a different vibe, the new Jeff Tweedy album. Jeff Tweedy from Wilco, frontman Wilco, great band. He did like acoustic kind of representations of like all the songs throughout the catalog. It's fantastic. It's great. It's simple. It's just Tweedy singing the songs, which a lot of them I actually kind of like better than the album versions. Because again, I'm a huge Wilco fan. I think some of the stuff on like Yankee Hotel Foxtrot is like a little too out there. You can't like really groove into it. That's why I love the acoustic stuff. Check out Jeff Tweedy.
Okay.
So we got that. So it's still, but first, check out. Yo, what up, Steven? How you doing, man? Good to see you. First, check out King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Altered,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Man, it was one of those things. The first time I listened to it, I was just like affected. in like
Yeah.
a very, very deep way. Yeah, there you go. Black Sabbath meets Grand Funk. Oh, album. Oh, that's the other band. Album. What a stupid name for a band, right?
Really? That's a band name?
Yeah, you can't name your band Album.
The latest album from Album.
Yeah, that's a little
It's
too.
like,
I don't really understand. New Phoenix album came out. I don't know if I'm a Phoenix fan or not.
What was that? Well, first of all, I think they're pretty cocky. It's like
You think Phoenix is cocky?
Now, was that an album name like Wolfgang
Amadeus Phoenix was
Phoenix?
like their big
Yeah, I
breakthrough.
mean, come on, don't
album.
affiliate yourself
Uh-huh.
with Mozart, you know?
Can you answer my question, guys? Sorry, I missed it. What was your question?
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, meine Freunde.
Wir,
Yeah.
wir sprechen ein bisschen Deutsch, ja?
Ein Bübchen.
Ein bisschen Deutsch. There you go. Yeah, raise a glass. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix is good or not. I like Wolfgang Amadeus.
He has good songs. Yeah,
That's great.
for sure.
1901, Lasso. The whole album I think is pretty good.
It is.
Ever since then, it's been a little choppy, to be honest.
Okay.
About the last album by Roger Waters. I haven't heard the new Roger Waters album.
No, I haven't either.
I've been really trying to grind through as much new music as possible.
It's
So
been a
I'll
lot
put
of
that-
releases, like big time releases. So it's
Yeah,
good
new
time for
artists are just
music.
like grinding them out. They're
Uh-huh.
just like cranking them every Friday. There's a bunch of stuff. It's weird.
Yeah.
So, but to finish up Phoenix, band had one good album. Ever since then, it's been a little too dance poppy for me.
Gotcha.
I think this new album is kind of more of the same. Your brother has the same speech pattern of adding unnecessary edits to the end of the
Yeah,
meeting. Yeah,
definitely, uh-huh.
yeah, I definitely affected him with that. You know what though? Who is older? Oh,
Ah,
who do you
we
think?
always get
Who do
this
you-
question.
Who do you think? And
Yeah.
I always make them answer.
Is there like a poll thing you can do on YouTube Live or something?
I think during we can just see the comments
Oh,
initially, and then we
okay,
can have like
gotcha.
a thing afterwards. Who do you
Yeah.
think is older?
Yeah.
That's the real question. Sean, much more mature.
Thanks.
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
That's
33,
fair.
33,
That's
30.
fair.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Phoenix, not totally digging that. I listened to the DeMarco, Tame Impala. Probably haven't heard of them. Of course, I've heard of DeMarco and Tame Impala. Come on, man. Yeah, for sure.
Tame Impala's pretty good.
Mhm.
I've started listening to them more often lately.
Yeah.
And they're like pretty close friends with Ronson, right? And Queen Stone Age.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they did that one. So New Royal Blood. That's what we're working into.
Yeah.
Great
Yes.
question. You want to talk about the New Royal Blood album?
I would love to. So
Yeah.
Royal Blood, I started listening probably like a year ago. Their first album, which I think came out maybe 3 years ago, and I was just rocked. Like it's been definitely one of my new favorite artists in like quite a while.
For sure.
And I've been such anticipating the new album, which came out 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And I would say I was a little bit disappointed. I mean, I love the album. Don't get me wrong; it's great, but it's short. It's like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
it's
right.
10 tracks.
10 tracks and all kind of short.
And they added a song to it, which I've already heard like a year or so ago. It was on that HBO show called Vinyl.
Really, I never saw it.
I haven't seen it either, but they did like a track on it. It was on a new album. I already listened to it. They released a single like a month ago. I already listened to like 20% of the album before it came out, but
Yeah.
it's great. It's a good album, but I thought the first one was better.
I respectfully disagree.
Yeah?
I love the New Royal Blood album. I think it's fantastic.
I like it too,
Mm-hmm.
but the first one it's so heavy. Like it's so like hard rock.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
It's a big
This
pump
one's
up. I
it
love
is a little different.
Yeah.
It's not as heavy.
Uh-huh.
I think there's better riffage in the new
Okay.
album. Better riffage.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if he actually changed his bass guitar or amp setup thing
Huh.
or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, my brother is an animal expert without the stingray accent. Actually, you did have a stingray accent.
I did,
once.
yeah. Actually, but I lived through it though. So
Yeah.
what does that say about me?
Oh, Sleep. That's my favorite track off of New Royal Blood. My favorite one.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Hi from Romania. What's up? Hi from Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Man, nation's capital. I kind of feel, strangely, I feel home for the first time
Yeah.
in the land of our founding fathers.
May that's an indication that you might be a future president.
I gotta hope so.
That would mean not future vice president, right?
I feel, of course, right? I feel like I have a little bit of like founding father DNA in me. I feel a kinship with the founding fathers, for sure. Don't like it. Somebody said it looks like I just had recently got lost in the desert. I'm not sure how to take that. I do feel like I'm turning orange.
Yeah, last time
Yeah.
today.
Mhm. Are you into grunge? Got it. Well, yeah, all right, what's technically grunge?
Is that like Nirvana, kind of?
I guess. So
Right?
if Soundgarden is grunge, then I'm all about grunge.
I guess so, yeah.
For sure.
But like, it's not a whole like grunge.
Grunge, you know,
like,
well, we've
I don't
kind of
know.
talked about this. If grunge is like actually like a genre, or if it's just something they kind of created in the Pacific Northwest during like the '90s
Yeah.
to cover like whatever, Alice in Chains, STP, Soundgarden.
And I love
Jam.
all those bands for sure.
Yeah, Soundgarden is grunge, and yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love grunge. Have there ever been any new grunge bands? Are there any post-90s grunge bands? I don't really know. Whatever. Do you see yourself as a musician, singer, songwriter, rhythm guitarist, or music teacher? I don't know. It's a good question.
I mean, that's kind of what you do, so...
I guess all of the above. I'm trying to see myself more as a founding father right now.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't know, I think... That's a good question, because they are kind of like different hats to wear. I think at my core, I'm a singer-songwriter that has, like, gotten better at guitar through the years and tried to, like, just share what I've learned. But I think naturally, the storytelling component of music is kind of, like, what got me into it.
Okay.
So I think I probably identify mostly with that, I guess would be the answer to my question.
Somebody asked, are you into hip-hop? And,
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of which, Kendrick Lamar came out with an album
That's semi-recent.
probably about 2 months ago.
Yeah, maybe it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was awesome. That was
Yeah.
fantastic
Damn.
album. Damn. Yeah.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Really
Kendrick
good.
Lamar fan.
Totally. Yep.
I still think, God, what was the best hip-hop album of last year?
I was always a fan of what's the artist? That Tribe Called Quest. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they had the best
That
hip-hop
was
album
so
of last
good.
year.
So
the new
good.
Tribe Called Quest is
Oh
awesome.
yeah. It was like a double album too.
Ah, so
Yeah. And
for
it was
sure.
fantastic.
Check that out if you haven't.
Great music.
Mhm.
Because a lot of hip hop, like, the music isn't there a whole lot, and that's why I don't normally like it a whole lot. But Tribe Called Quest and then Kendrick Lamar, they bring both music and awesome lyrics at the same time.
Do you think I am a contrarian? That's a good question too. Probably.
A contrarian? What's a contrarian?
Yeah. Like someone who like if something's popular, I'll hate on it just out of like principle, like to the contrary,
Okay.
right?
All right. Yeah.
I mean, what have I been a contrarian? What do you think, Chris?
I don't
We've
think
got off
so.
screen. We've got
I don't know.
another Daniel sibling here. Not a fan if you forgot. Yeah, I'm probably a little bit of a contrarian, for sure.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm like a hipster daywalker. I have like that gene in me. Contrarian, I don't know, whatever.
Mhm.
Now, again, 2 months old probably. New music, the new no, I don't wear blue jeans, drink, smoke, or listen to Fish. Yeah, you know me so well. That's amazing. Yeah. I think it's the lighting and the scruffiness. What, they make me look like a contrarian, or they make me look like I've been lost in the desert? Uh-huh. The newest Metallica and Fish albums are both fantastic to my ears. The new Metallica album sounds really good, actually.
I've listened to it.
Mhm. I've only listened to it a couple times. It sounds really good. It's an improvement over their more recent stuff. It's cool.
When's the last time they came out with an album before? Recently.
Was Death Magnetic the previous one? I don't know. I mean, they get slammed a lot and stuff. I haven't really listened
I don't
to
know
them.
why. I mean, they kind of like.
Yeah,
Both
playoff
of the legends,
Metallica
you know?
people,
Yeah.
you know? I don't know. They can't keep doing it forever.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. It's just cool they're doing stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Do you know the old band NWA? Of course. Yeah. The Daniel Brothers, more like the Smash Bros. Yeah.
I like that.
Do I like Wilco? Yes, I like Wilco, which is why you need to check out the new Tweedy acoustic album. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm. The first songs to make jump. Oh, I missed that. Oh, man. Does knowing music theory help with arranging songs? 100%. Helps way more. I remember, I think someone asked me a question too, I'm probably going to put in the QA. Like, because I think a lot of you know, I started playing a long time before I started actually like learning how things worked at all. And I think there's like a hesitation for a lot of people to like learn music theory because they think it'll like mess them up and screw up like what they're doing.
I don't see how.
I kind of understand that sentiment though, because as musicians we're all so precious, you know, and it's like when you create something, you kind of feel like it just kind of came out of nowhere, right? So I think there is a little bit of a hesitation if you haven't started learning it to be like, oh, I don't want to sound like everybody else, because I remember thinking that same thing. Like I remember thinking the people who like really knew what they're doing, like they didn't sound like as creative to me, but I think I was just being a hater because then I learned music theory And now it's like my writing, I feel my writing has improved a lot, especially when it comes to arranging, and especially when it comes to arranging for multiple instruments or multiple guitars, because it's easier to like make parts on different parts of the neck. So, you know. What do you think of Weezer's last album?
I haven't listened to it. Wait, no, maybe I did listen to it.
I think you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and it's actually really good. I'm surprised because Weezer, I thought they were like a hit or miss band. They had like a lot of good songs, and they had a lot of songs that I didn't really care a whole lot about. And their latest one is actually really good. I was definitely a fan of it.
My brother looks like a character from 80s anime.
With the hair and everything, yeah.
That's pretty. I can see that. That's a compliment.
That's a fantastic compliment.
Yeah. Tool concert happening right now. Awesome. Stephen Foster. I don't know if Stephen Foster. Somebody just asked me if I was going to start posting covers on my channel of me singing. I don't know. Maybe.
Covers? Like covers actually.
So far, what I've done, I've got covers on the channel with the girls, right? Me playing guitar, and then one of my singers, I'm kind of doing it, right? Give us a shout out from Pillar goes, what up, Jay?
Oh, yeah.
Jay, always good to see you commenting on everything. Right? Love you, man. Shout out. The only cover I've actually done on my channel of me singing has been...
He did a Soundgarden one, didn't he?
Yeah. The Day I Tried to Live.
Okay, yeah.
And that was like in honor of Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
I'm still bummed about that, man.
Yeah.
So bummed.
And they're working on a new album, too.
I know.
Soundgarden. And that last one, King Animal, oh my gosh. That could be top 10 favorite for me.
Yeah.
So that
sucks. So that's the only cover I've had. I think my vision for the channel was for the acoustic stuff that I do to be originals, and then the acoustic stuff with the singers to be covers. But I don't know. I could start cranking covers out. I mean, if people want to see it, I could start doing more.
Give the people what they want.
I was thinking about doing like weeks, right? Like I'll have like a Radiohead week where maybe I teach like a couple Radiohead songs. Maybe I'll do a cover. Maybe bring.
It's a good idea.
Allie, Kindred, Andrea, if I can get her ever to come out of hiding again and do it, stuff like that. Chris Cornell, new song is good. I haven't heard the new song. I saw that was posted, but you should do how to play complete pop songs on your channel. I mean, that's a good idea. But yeah, the week thing I think is something I want to do. It's just trying to organize everybody to kind of get on the same page. I want to do a Radiohead week. I want to do an Elliott Smith week for sure. Those are two super influential bands.
That's good
for me. Maybe maybe Muse again, a band that I love. But
that's a good idea.
Again, speaking of more new music that you guys need to check out, please check out the new Jamiroquai album.
I've only listened to the first track, I think, and it was a good track.
I've been telling you to listen to that for months now, dude.
They're funky.
It's the best.
Good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
100%. So good. Add a song, but if you make every song sound like your own style, yeah. Keep on rocking. Will do, man. Check out April Smith. Okay, I'll check that out. P.S. Don't stop the lyrical breakdown. Thank you for mentioning lyrical breakdown. Okay, so a few days ago I posted a lyric breakdown with my man Colin. Have you that Poppy? I'll get you in a second. I posted a lyrical breakdown of Bob Seger and the song Night Moves. Okay, please go watch this. First of all, I will never stop doing the lyrical breakdown. I don't care if I get badgered to try it. I don't care if I lose all my subscribers. That has become my new passion project. Because that episode of Bob Seger Night Moves, which was totally off the cuff, of me and Colin, I'm so proud of that kid. I think turned out great. And we've got more on the way. I don't know if I'm going to make it every week. Maybe like every other week. But yes, there will be more lyrical breakdowns.
Like a special edition or something?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe I'm thinking maybe every 2 weeks, for sure, lyrical breakdown. Now, somebody asked me if I've ever heard of That Poppy. Have you heard of That Poppy?
I have not heard of That Poppy. No.
Yeah, Yeah, so you all need to see That Poppy. That Poppy is like the weirdest thing in the world. It's like a YouTube, Instagram thing. It's like this girl who's like super like white, like pale white, with like straight blonde hair.
Keep going, I like it.
She just like deadpans to the camera. And she's like, "My name is Poppy. How are you?"
That's
Poppy's
really
hungry. And then there's like this like weird like music that plays in the background. It's like the creepiest thing, but it's awesome. It is 100% awesome. Like I am like so like strangely attracted to Poppy that it's crazy. So if Poppy ever sees this, I would love to collaborate with Poppy. And she sings too. I think.
Is she pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, it's different.
That means
it's okay. I don't really know. I mean, I hope that Poppy is more of a character and a girl acting like a character. You know, the Sean Army, we need to get on Poppy's channel and have her collaborate with your boy, because I'd love to do some of that Poppy covers. Definitely check out that Poppy. First, check out the Jamiroquai album, then go check out that Poppy.
All right.
And then once you've got that done, go check out the Gizzard King and the Lizard Wizard. And that's a beautiful Saturday night.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What could be better?
You're set. You are set.
Oh, and then check out the Bob Seger Night Moves breakdown, where we talk about that Night Moves is actually a song about ninjas and not about teenagers losing their virginity. Which might I add, was way over the head of a lot of people. Some guy gave me like a pages long response about how the Bob Seger song Night Moves isn't about ninjas. It's actually about teenagers in the heartland.
It's probably like Bob Seger himself posting
it was so long. It was like the longest comment ever. It was longer than like any Salty Blues comment like I've ever seen. Yeah, thank you for watching the Night Moves breakdown, Red Walrus. Red Walrus is hard to say.
Red Walrus.
Right? It's very it's
so.
difficult. I'm not even going to try to like attempt to say it more. Other new music, Coldplay released a new single. I know y'all love Coldplay out there.
Yeah, it was good. Coldplay was good. The only thing though is the very intro of that new Coldplay song. It reminded me of a Steel Panther song that they did like 3 months ago. Because Steel Panther came out with a new album, and they had like that intro. It was like, what was that one song from like the 70s that had like that weird distinct bass sound? I forget who did it, but then Steel Panther kind of covered it, and then Coldplay had in the newest song they did like the same song, so it kind of ruined it for me. But it is a good song though. I'm glad they're kind of back to the roots a little bit, you know.
For sure.
So
Man, now I just want to talk about Steel Panther. Someone said that Poppy. Someone said that Poppy you should check out last because you'll go down like the rabbit hole with that Poppy. I 100% agree with that. Like you can't just watch one Poppy video. or that Poppy. You know what was actually funny is I started kind of recently calling our dad. I call him Poppy to like get him upset because he hates it.
You seen that really?
No, he hasn't seen that.
Oh,
I just started calling him Poppy, like starting
yeah.
like a year ago.
Yeah.
I'll be like Poppy, and he's like, stop calling me that. And he's always thought I was kind of strange. So I don't know. Now there's like an extra level of enjoyment with that Poppy with me and our Poppy. He's in my phone as Poppy, and it's like I don't know if y'all have this where like you name people in your phone like different things that aren't their actual name.
Yeah.
And then like you'll be around and they'll call, and then someone will like see your phone and it says like anal crumpet or something. I'm like, what is that? And it's like, oh, it's nothing. This is just a friend.
That's actually my best friend.
Yeah, it's actually my best friend. Yeah. How dare you be vulgar with Poppy? I'm still trying to make that happen. Instead of swearing at Poppy, you should be over at Poppy's channel trying to get her to like get on the channel or something. I could even have that Poppy Week breakdown. Did you ever check out the dark country genre done by Blues Saraceno? Did I say that? No, I haven't. I need to do that too. Fans of Dan Auerbach, we were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, and his album is disappointing. I mean, it's
I'm just not.
No.
I respect the direction that he's going.
It's great that he's trying something new.
It's cool.
But like his first solo album, it was great. It was Black Keys-esque. The second album, it was just kind of going soft.
You know what's interesting? I almost think that maybe this new album is Dan Auerbach trolling Jack White. Because there's been a lot of fair comparisons that the Black Keys were kind of trying to rip off the White Stripes, right? Which I totally get. I love both bands for sure, but I can see why people would say that. And the funny thing is, the Jack White solo stuff is eerily similar genre-wise to Dan Auerbach's solo stuff.
You think so?
Yeah, so it's almost... I think it'd be pretty funny if Dan Auerbach was just super trolling Jack White solo-wise by releasing like an Americana bluegrass-ish whatever album. I don't know. Who am I to say? For sure.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So the dark country genre. There are so many genres I didn't even realize.
It's popping out of nowhere.
Winter Sun, if you all saw the folk metal video I did, was the one that really just like opened the gateway to different genres for me, for sure. And the Winter Sun album's coming out in like a month, and I'm like stoked for that. I love Winter Sun. Gary, stuff like that too.
Yeah, I know you do.
I don't know, big fan. All right, so what other new music is coming out? Gorillaz,
yeah.
Gorillaz fans.
That was strange. That was because like I was a huge Gorillaz fan, and I still am. And the first time I listened to the Gorillaz album, I was like, I don't like it. Like, I'm not a fan. But, you know, since I was a fan, you know, I gave him a second try. I liked it a little more. I listened to it like a third time, and the third time, like, it kicked in. It's like, this is a great album. Like, it's fantastic.
I don't know if it's great.
I think it's great. Yeah. Like, it musically sounds great. It's definitely well mixed and produced. And
it does sound great.
And
all the Gorillaz albums are, like, just cool albums to listen to.
And, like, listening to the whole album as a whole, like, from track 1 to, like, the last track is, like, just, like, a great experience. Like, it's just, it's fantastic.
It's going to sound like an insult, but I think the new Gorillaz album is, like, good background music. Like, none of the songs individually kind of stand out to me as, like, this is a great song. Yeah. But just, like, kind of just, like, letting it play.
Yeah,
so it's got a cool vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
So definitely not, like, one of their worst albums, for sure.
Yep.
But I kind of think that Gorillaz is, like, Demon Days, and then everything else is just kind of, like, alright.
Yeah, okay.
What about the new Tricky from Massive Attack? I haven't heard that.
No.
I mean...
I like Massive Attack, for sure.
I'm a Massive Attack fan. I heard there was some kind of like controversy over that, like the identity of the person revealed.
I don't know.
I don't really know. New Lord came out. I don't know if any of y'all are Lord fans.
I'm a sucker for Greenlight. Yeah.
While you're alive, I've got to thank you for all the great lessons. Grew a lot because of you. Oh, hey, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for your continued support. Red Walrus. I'm getting better at saying that. Did you see that? That was pretty good. The confidence in my speech is growing. Did you ever hear The Girl from the North Country by Secret Machines? No, I think you told me to. You told me to listen to that. Did I listen to that? I feel like either I listened to it late at night when I saw that comment and I forgot about it, or I never listened to it. But I need to listen to that, and I'm making a mental note right now to do that right afterwards, because I love Secret Machines, which is like a band I haven't even thought of in like years. And Girl of the North Country is my favorite Bob Dylan song, for sure.
Somebody asked a pretty interesting question is, do you have any rituals for listening to new music? Because I kind of suck at listening to new music. Because when I first listen to like a new song or new album, like, I just don't get it right away.
I think that's a problem a lot of people
like
have.
2 or 3 times before I get a final verdict. So it kind of sucks for like new artists I listen to. It's like I'll give it a first listen. If I don't like it right away, then I just won't actually listen to it again, which is kind of unfair.
Right.
Really, you know?
Because how many great albums did you love right off the bat? I think it kind of grows.
Very rare.
I think it's so easy for us to get stuck in the routine of only listening to like the same things over and over again.
So what do you think is like the best way to listen to a new album that comes out?
I think if you're a musician, I think it is imperative that you subscribe to a streaming service, whether it be Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever, or Pandora page, or anything like that. But how was it like growing up with Sean? Did you ever beat me up?
No. We grew up pretty well together.
We never really had a fight.
There was one fight.
There was one fight
where I accidentally overrode.
Oh, that was. Yeah, all right. All right. Well, this was totally worth it. You still owe me for that.
I do.
What game was it?
Final Fantasy Tactics.
It was Final Fantasy Tactics.
PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1? Yeah, right?
Back in the day.
So, I don't know if any of y'all are Final Fantasy fans, but I stopped playing video games probably 15 years ago because of this.
Yeah.
Because and that's why I'm not a gamer anymore, because of this one seminal moment in life.
Tactics was one of the greatest games of all time.
Tactics was my favorite game ever. Absolutely.
And when you have like the PlayStation 1 memory card, there's only like 15 slots or something you can save a game data to.
Yeah.
And so like we'd both be playing at the same time.
Bringing up some bad.
So like we'd have like our own like separate save file and everything. I remember one time I was like in a hurry or something, and my bro was like watching me play like some intense tactics battle.
No, here's the thing. I wasn't really even watching him. I was on the computer in the other room, but we could see each other.
Right. And then I like quickly saved my game because I had to do something. But when I saved my game, I realized I overwrote Sean's only saved file.
My only save?
Which he had like probably like a solid 30, 40 hours.
Oh, it was more like 50 hours. Okay. It's like 50 hours of gameplay. 50 hours of work grinding. Just grinding through this map.
And the moment I overwrote a save, I was like, oh no.
And of course, I didn't realize what had happened.
Sean didn't realize what was happening. But I just ran.
I look over, I see that he's like, oh god. I'm like, what happened? He drops the controller and he runs out. So I go and look, and I see exactly what happened. And I just started chasing after him.
He chased me out. I made it to the front lawn until, I'm like, all right, do what you gotta do. I understand the consequences.
I think I tackled him.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like, I love you, but I feel like I need to hurt you.
I'm like, just do it.
I need to punish you right now.
Just do it.
And I think there was like I don't know, rolled around in the lawn for a hot second.
I didn't put up a fight.
And then that was pretty much it. And then I quit video games. So I'm not gonna start over. 50 hours gone. Are you into vaporwave? I don't know. Not really. I don't think so. Not really. Yeah. So you totally wasted my time with that Poppy crap. You need to be in the right mood to listen to Poppy. It's not for everybody. You need to turn the lights off. First of all, don't associate me with Poppy. This is just a totally different side. Yeah, I'm not really totally into vaporwave. I don't know. What do you think of stoner rock? Stoner rock, I think of like Caius would be stoner rock, right? I dig it. Like
Kiss?
Josh. No, Caius.
It's pronounced Caius?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you serious? Kiss? No, Kiss sucks.
Someone said Kiss before. How do you
I didn't.
K-Y-U-S-S, right?
Yeah, K-Y-U, that's Caius.
Okay.
That's Josh Homme's like first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's stoner rock, then yeah, Caius is great. But honestly, aside from Caius, I don't really listen to any stoner rock or really even.
I have more artists out there.
I'm sure there's a lot. I mean, I just don't really know that much about stoner rock other than I like Caius, just because I like Hobby. Speaking of, so possibly the biggest news of the new music has been the re-release of OK Computer.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Have you had a chance to listen to it?
So I listened to it, and I listened to like the first half of the remastered tracks. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, sounds like OK Computer, like what I'm used to listening to. It didn't seem like it was really remastered.
It's a little bit like an attention grab.
Maybe if I listen to like side by side comparisons, but like I couldn't tell a difference. So
yeah. Now another thing too is like, so they released a couple like new tracks that were B-sides. I Promise, not a big fan of I Promise.
No.
I thought that was kind of like, this is like not even worth my time. But then a couple nights ago, the video for Man of War came out. Man of War easily.
That was good. Yeah.
Awesome Radiohead song.
Totally.
It's a B-side.
That should be a side.
Yeah,
sure.
A plus side.
Yep.
I think if Man of War was on Moonshaped Pool, it would have been possibly like my first or second favorite track, for sure. So, which one of the girls on your channel are you dating? Next question. New Radiohead is good. Excellent stuff. This is that instrumental. What was the name of the...
Something with the aisle through...
Down the aisle?
No,
maybe
not
something
down
like
the
that.
aisle.
Something the aisle. The aisle one on the second track.
I always like that song, yeah.
Fantastic. Lift is cool. A lot of cool stuff. Sword is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely check out some of the new OK Computer. So again, back to the question of how the ritual for listening to new new music is I have to force myself to do it because I am in the car a lot, so I have like a good opportunity to listen to new music. Like if I'm like, exercising or whatever, I do that too. So I definitely have enough time to listen to new music, but I find myself not doing it unless I make myself do it because I'm so caught up in the playlist I have of music that I've just gotten familiar with or listening to podcasts or stuff. I'm trying to listen to less podcasts and do like more new music. So maybe this could be like a semi-regular thing we do where we kind of talk about like new music that we like.
So you're subscribed to Apple Music.
I'm on Apple.
I'm subscribed to Spotify.
It's on Spotify.
And I know on Spotify, every Friday they release new music. And it's fantastic because like browse like new music. They have like a new music playlist you can listen to. So you can listen to like all the new artists, all the new songs or singles and everything. Does Apple do anything similar?
Kind of. Yeah. The thing about Apple though is like they'll have like new releases, but they'll still have stuff from like weeks ago.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spotify keeps track of like
which sometimes it seems kind of shady. Gotta go. Yeah. Good to see your brother uses a comb. Yeah. We are different in some ways. Yeah. No, it just looks like that. So it seems like the feedback we're getting is that Spotify is a little bit better for finding new music.
I love Spotify. It's great.
Have you listened to the Ghosts? No, I've heard a lot about the Ghosts, but I kind of want to listen to them. They're on there. Again, I'm super into King Gizzard and the Wizard right now. Like it was pretty amazing. Avid Brothers, yeah, they're good. I mean, they're like an acoustic-y type deal. I want to start a YouTube channel Don't album review, but to start. Yeah. King Gizzard, best new rock band ever. There we go. We got something.
I can't disagree with
I don't
that.
think they're really that new. I mean, they've had like 10 albums. They're Australia, they're Aussies, right?
Are they?
I think they're Aussies. I could be making this stuff up. I don't know. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. We were listening to this on the way to the airport. Paul's like, check this out. This is kind of like creepy. He put it on, and I was instantly like, what is this? Like, what is this? I was like so totally into it.
It's great.
Like I was saying, it's
listen
like
to
such a groove type thing. 3 chapters, 3-part rock opera.
That's
totally
great.
respect it. I can totally imagine how like the drummer must be exhausted because it sounds like they kind of tracked it live because there's like a synergy with like the band seemingly. Again, I could just be making all this up. Seems like it was tracked live-ish with overdubs. Definitely check it out.
And it's great that it has like a theme, you know?
Uh-huh.
It has a theme
Oh,
that
yeah.
it follows, and you kind of like visualize your own altered beast,
Yeah.
I guess.
So, just so you know, I want just hello to your bro. Hey, there we go.
Thank you.
Just how underrated is Interpol? Hey,
I love Interpol. Interpol is
they're probably in your top 5, right?
Not top 5, top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
And their latest Interpol album, which is like a 1.5 years ago, I think it was, and it was fantastic. And we saw them live.
Saw them live.
Janus
Live.
at Janus Live, and Interpol's a great band, and I hope they come out with something new again.
What are my thoughts on electric guitars dying a slow death because sales are down? I saw an article on that the other
Really?
day.
Electric cars, they kind of like diminish over time or something, or like
I don't know. I don't know what to think about that because it does seem like acoustic guitars are big right now. I feel like acoustic guitar music is kind of coming back. I feel more people are learning to play guitar than ever before. But you're right, electric guitars seem to like not be as prevalent in music.
I can see that
today.
Yeah.
As they have been.
Mhm.
I think it's just a cycle. I really think it's a cycle, you know? The same thing probably happened, again, I can't really speak so I wasn't there. It seems like the same thing kind of happened in like the 80s where like synths kind of took over. It almost kind of it'll go in cycles, yeah. Like it seems like that's kind of happening again with the synth stuff. Even though the synths nowadays I think are like way better sounding than they were in like the 80s.
Mhm.
It'll come back. Trust me, people. Trust me, electric guitars will come back. Are into books about music. Don't really know what that means.
Like the theory behind music, or
Theory
maybe
behind
like
it? Or maybe just music book. There was a while where I
bands
read
and-
nothing but like music biographies for like a 1.5 years.
Yeah,
It's cool. I learned.
it's cool stories and everything, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the 70s it was just like a time that will never be relived. Just like the
Yeah.
excess.
Uh-huh.
Like the popular musicians today are almost like too slick. You know, they have like handlers. They can't really get away with stuff like they could back in the
No,
day.
true.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So like the rock band trashing hotel rooms and like banging like fish and stuff.
I never heard of that.
Like a Zeppelin. That's a Zeppelin. See, it seems like that stuff might be gone. But hey, maybe that's cyclical too. That comes in cycles.
I was thinking
so
of,
once electric guitars come back, thinking of what?
I was thinking that like a boss song where Sandberg bangs that fish in the sewer.
Man, Sandberg. Lonely Island. When's their new album coming out? For sure.
I don't know.
They would come back instantly if they learned to realize electric guitars are 100% effective. Yep. About your bro, do you play instruments?
I don't actually know.
What? Hold on.
Well,
Hold on.
I'm actually starting to get into the synthesizer. I have
The synthesizer.
the synthesizer.
That's right.
Yeah, and but yeah, I finished reading the instruction manual on it because it's pretty intense.
Because he has a Moog Sub-Fatty.
a Moog sub
which I've
fatty,
kind of
yeah.
used in a couple videos.
Yeah, and I'm actually starting to learn that. So you know, I'm not big time into music like you are, but I'm trying.
We're getting. All right, so we had an idea, right, a while ago that I think will come to fruition eventually. I don't know if you remember, but a short time ago I released a cartoon, a full-length animated cartoon for my album, which was really just a precursor to like the main event for what's going on. Do you want to tell them what it's about?
Yeah, it's really about a new band, hopefully, coming sometime soon. It's called Electro Bros.
The Electro Bros.
Yep.
Maybe.
With Sean and I kind of making a dance EDM music or techno kind of sound album, which would be pretty cool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of have like a story behind it about a robot created by scientists.
Yep.
To do like evil things for them, but really he just wants to dance.
That's right.
You know?
So he escapes from these evil scientists, and they're trying to like track him down.
Yeah. But all he wants to do is dance.
Yeah.
No
So the
evil
Electro
bidding.
Bros, dance synth project, hopefully will be coming soon. I kind of wanted to animate that too. You know.
We'll see.
Yeah. So I mean that takes a long time.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have an intern that helped me out. My intern kind of sucks. Meg. I know she's not even watching right now.
Probably not.
Yeah, I feel like my intern's kind of dropping the ball on this. But anyways, so I think that's a pretty good roundup of the new music that has come out.
Yeah, there's been some other singles. One that I really liked in general was I think Liam Gallagher, right, from Oasis. I think he had a new single called Glass Wall, I think it was, and it sounded great. It was fantastic. It's very Oasis-esque. And definitely worth checking out. I kind of hope he's coming out with a solo album with more songs on top of that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Someone just asked what time our parents get home. Actually, we are at our sister's baller apartment. She has this penthouse. She lives in like the penthouse.
We're like 20 floors up right now. I don't know if you can really see behind us, but
we are like by far like the failures of the family, just because she makes us look so bad.
Yeah.
Like she has like special like key codes and stuff for like her job.
Yeah.
They like update like randomly. Like yeah, it's like awesome the technology behind it. She's like such a boss, total boss. Maybe we'll get her on the channel at some point.
Maybe.
Yeah. But until next time, please maybe if I missed some of your suggestions as far as like stuff to listen to, go back and comment on it in this video or one of the other videos, and I'll try to get to it because I'd like to talk a little bit more about new music and like share with everybody, because I think, kind of like we talked about, sometimes it's hard to hear about good music because there's so much music that comes out.
Oh yeah.
Like it's kind of hard to, what do you give your attention to, what do you spend your time on? So I'm gonna try to make it a point to spread the word to everybody and use the channel as the vehicle to do so.
Awesome.
So until next time, everybody, thanks for tuning in.